Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. That straight kingdom talk, baby. You know how I'ma do it. Right. And I ain't going nowhere. 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 So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Watch me hit him with this 1-2 knockout KO. This time it's all or nothing, and I ain't playing around. They tried to overlook me cause I wasn't in the in crowd. Well, I'm back at it, so you know it's going down. And I'm all up in their face, so they got.
Yo, what is good, everybody? What's happening? You're tuning into 5-Star Fridays / 4TALES, and we're doing something fun today. We're doing a little D&D superhero mix and match. Bang! I'm excited. Fish is excited. Look at Fish. He's rubbing his hands together because he knows he's got some crazy shit in store for us.
I'm beaming, baby. I can't wait.
Yeah. I am your host, Tony Clapper, a.k.a. Mr. 5-Star, the Clapback Kid, the Chat 'em Up Champion. And above me, we have...
Kyron from Tours Comics.
What up, Kyron?
I can't do all that stuff you do. I'm sorry. I'm not that cool.
That's okay.
He doesn't have all the cool nicknames and stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. One day, Kyron.
All right. Thank you.
Yo, I'll give you a couple nicknames, maybe.
Whoa.
Candy Pants, Sugar Britches. There's two right there.
Yeah, I like it.
My family calls me Hot Pants.
There we go.
Okay, that's a lie. Nobody calls me Hot Pants.
I was going to question that.
Droopy Jaws. That's what they call him on the street.
Kyron's partner in crime, we got Mr. Danny J. Quick. What up, Danny J. Quick?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, man, I appreciate, first of all, I'm excited about this. I just have no clue what I'm doing.
All right, he talked too much. Keep going.
Oh, come on now.
Dang, man. Kyron's
Cold.
We shouldn't have gave Kyron the reins on this show, bro.
You should never give me reins for anything.
I should have known this was going to happen. As soon as Kyron said that he had control, I'm going to get kicked out at least 4 times during this 2 hours. The over-under on me getting kicked out of this chat is 4. Bets are on DraftKings right now. We are sponsored by DraftKings. Put in the code AceBlade for $50 off the first bet.
When did we stop about that? Hold on.
Probably make some money on that because we all know he's going to get cut off at some point. It's just a matter of when. That's where the real money comes in.
Oh, my God.
We also got your crazy Uncle Fish. What up, Fish?
What is up, man? I am super excited for tonight. This is, for those of y'all that know D&D, this isn't exactly D&D. This is a homebrew game that I've been running for over 30 years now. And it's surprising how long this game has survived. And it's a game that my kids grew up playing. My son, Bear, down there, learned to read and write on the character sheets and do math on the dice. He's played this game his whole life. Actually, the character he's playing tonight, he's been playing just about his whole life and is still here. Welcome, Fee. So glad to have you.
What's happening?
Hey.
This is going to be a lot of fun. It is as much fun as D&D. It's not quite as complicated as D&D. It doesn't have quite as many rules and stuff to have to figure out. I try to keep things as simple as I can and do as few dice as possible so that we can just keep it moving and have fun. Speaking of which, I would like to introduce my son down there, Bear Lee. Say hello, man.
Howdy.
What's up, Bear?
It's nice to be on one of these shows. I've heard a lot about them from my dad, and it's nice to be on a first time game like this. It's interesting, and I hope that I'm any help at all. Yeah, I've been having a blast play this for the past 20 years.
Nice.
I grew up on it. It's a lot of fun, and it's really easy to get a hang of. I think it's a lot more approachable than a lot of other games. I'm excited.
That's what's up.
Hey, real quick, Fish, you got more children?
Yeah, a whole mess.
All your children named after animals?
No, just that one.
Fish, bear.
So it's just fish and bear.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just bear and fish.
Bear,
Okay.
that's it. No animal.
Well, my
Yeah, no,
oldest
it's
son,
like
his middle
question.
name is Fisher, but I thought for sure my oldest son was going to be Little Fish. Turns out he's a Marcus. He's not a little fish, but you live and you learn.
I saw fish. I saw bear. I was like, there's
Came
an
real
animal
close
theme
to
going.
heaven too. But
There's
yeah.
an animal theme going. I just wondered if it carried. With,
It's like, wait a second. I
I
gotta.
mean, actually, that would have been kind of dope to just keep.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Oh yeah, my daughter Canary, man, she's the best. Speaking of bird themed people, my buddy down here Esteban, welcome, man. Glad to have you.
Ayo,
Tell me a little about yourself.
Ayo and hello. My name is Esteban D. Carrero, but you can always call me your Uncle Lee. I have been creating comics for exactly 1 year. I only created exactly one book, which is this one right over here.
one book in 1 year is better than a lot of people.
The first book of many is what you say.
Oh yeah, and it's a good one too. I thoroughly
Since the
enjoyed it.
beginning.
Not only that, but I've also run an entire YouTube channel where I basically take heroes from the Golden Age and revitalize them and make them brand spanking new for the modern day. Basically, I take a lot of public domain characters, revamp them for a more modern audience, and so far it's been doing pretty well. So, yeah, I obviously have been a sucker for superheroes for a very long time, so I can't wait to really dive into a full-fledged superhero game. And obviously, if it wasn't from my title, my name over here, so you can see I'm getting a little into character.
And then, last but not least, we've got the amazing Fee. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys doing? I know I'm like the only representing the ladies tonight. It was like, can't let the guys have all the fun, I guess,
I've got my wife on the fence about playing. She's a little nervous because she's never done it before, but she certainly wasn't going to do it on camera in public for the first time.
Well, I
And
guess
she's at
she can
work,
vicariously live through me tonight.
All right. So, anything else before we get started?
Fish, take it away, sir. You are the captain.
All right. Like I was saying, I like to keep the character sheets pretty slim. Like this is pretty much all of Ace Blade's character sheet, just as a reference because it was the top one on my thing. For everybody who doesn't know, a quick rundown, you're under your stats. Your AC is your armor class. That's what you have to roll a 20-sided dice. If somebody gets over that, like if your armor class is 14 and you get a 14 or better, then you would hit. Structural damage capacity for those that have it, SDC, is like cuts and bruises, damage you can take on the outside. Maybe that's the armor that you're wearing. Maybe that's thick rock skin or something like that. But that would be, you would take damage off of that. And I'll tell you if something's going to go directly to your hit points or not. Like poisons would go directly to your hit points. Breathing in toxic gas would go directly to your hit points. A vampire sucking blood out of your neck would go directly to your hit points. Yes, Kyron.
What about breathing in fart fumes? What does that go to exactly?
That would depend. That could be either way, and you might have to make a poison saving throw on that.
Okay. All right, cool.
We have another guest here in the backstage.
Oh, do we?
I didn't
goodness.
get to wait.
Kevin
Got you.
Garcia.
Oh,
got you.
There he is.
there he is.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you
Yeah.
fine, man. I'm so glad you made it.
I wasn't sure. Like I said, this is exactly when I get out of school. So I'm a high school teacher. That's what happens.
Perfect timing.
Shaping the
then.
young minds of
Perfect time
tomorrow.
for you to
Yes,
learn.
shaping the young minds of tomorrow. Yes.
Totally.
So, Kevin, introduce yourself briefly. Tell them a little bit about yourself for those who don't know.
All right. So my name's Kevin Garcia. I'm online as Kevin Garcia _com on most of the things. And I have been, my teaching career is old enough to vote. No, sorry. No, take it back. Yes, vote. My writing career is old enough to rent a car without paying extra money. And my professional speaking career is old enough to get a driver's permit. So there's that.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
And I heard somebody saying that you made one comic in 1 year. I'm proud of you. I made 2 comics in 5 years. So, you know.
That's also a good ratio, actually.
No, it is. It is. I mean, like, 'cause when I'm working for other publishers, I get a lot of stuff done. When I'm working by myself, it's not as productive. I need that structure.
Mm-hmm.
Crack more.
Noted. Duly noted.
Absolutely. All right. I was running down the character sheets real quick just to give a brief overview of the stats and stuff and what they mean. AC is armor class. You have to roll over that on a 20-sided. SDC is structural damage capacity. That's usually damage to your armor or thick rock skin or scratches you can take on the outside. Hit points is like your life points damage. That's pretty serious. Attacks per round are how many things you can do in a round. That could be throw a punch, jump out a window, draw a weapon. If you want to change weapons, that might take an attack. It might not if you've trained at it a lot. If you have a plus to hit, that you would get to add that to your 20-sided when you roll to hit somebody. So like if you rolled a 10 but you have +5, then your number would be 15 to hit.
Okay.
So the higher that number is, like the more skilled you are. If you have a plus to damage, you would add that to your damage rolls. Some of them, like Ace Blade, has a plus to damage hand to hand, so that counts for anything that he's doing, like close up hand to hand damage. If you're really strong or something, you would have that damage, but that wouldn't work if you pulled the trigger on a gun. You can't pull the trigger super hard so the bullet does more damage. It just doesn't work that way.
Can I curve the bullets? Can I like?
If you have that skill, but you don't.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. Ace Blade does not have that skill.
There are things like dodge and parry. If you don't have auto dodge, then that means to dodge, you can still try and dodge an attack from somebody. You can't really dodge a bullet, but you could like try and dodge a punch, but it will burn one of your attacks to do that. If you've used all your attacks for this round, you can burn your attacks from next round, but the next round you can't really do anything because you used your attacks to dodge. If you have auto dodge, that means that you're a skilled enough fighter that you can just automatically do it without losing an attack in the process. Like you could lean over to miss a punch and still strike like a boxer. Whereas me, it would take all of my focus not to get hit. And let's see.
I am very good at getting hit. Does that count?
I'm quite skilled myself.
Depends on what you're aiming for.
There's some questions from the chat, Fish. Andrew wants to know, what system are you using?
I am using the Mr. Fish system that I have been running. It's a homebrew game. I took parts from a whole bunch of games that I liked. There's a lot of little aspects of Heroes Unlimited in here, like the structural damage capacity comes from Heroes Unlimited. There is also mega damage that might come up everywhere once in a while, which is like if you shoot me with a gun, say the gun does 1d20 points of damage. That would hurt me. That could kill me. If you shot that at a tank, it's not going to do any good. A pistol's not going to do any good against a tank because you have to do a certain type of damage big enough, hard enough to hurt something like that. That's where like mega damage comes in. Like there are things like, Godzilla you could shoot at with a rifle all day long and it's not going to do any damage. You would have to have something that would do like mega damage to hurt somebody like him.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. I just ran past something too that I was like, oh, a brief understanding. Like if you're talking an average guy like me, I would have an armor class of 10. If you roll higher than a 10, you hit me. I would have maybe 50 hit points depending on my health. So that's a rough idea. Like 50 points of damage can kill the average guy. So, some of y'all have attacks that do a whole lot more than that. So be aware of who you're hitting because not everybody can take a punch that does, 200 points of damage. So just, keep those kind of things in mind.
Good Lord.
Because we don't want to be killers per se. We're supposed to be superheroes, but we'll see how the game goes. We could all be villains by the end of this.
Who's we?
Walk into that villain era.
It happens.
You must not know who you playing with.
Dang it.
People woke up on violence today. That's what they saying.
If you have a stat,
Danny's at 2 so far.
if you have a stat that basically just says like this skill and then like +2 or +4, that would mean anytime you try and use that skill, when you roll for that, you get +4 to that roll. And sometimes that might be you would be fighting against somebody with that, like some psionic attacks. Per se, if you were a psychic, you might have +5 on that roll. They might have, a bonus to fight back or not, but you'd be rolling against somebody else, but you get to add your bonus to that. It's probably real confusing right now, but hopefully it won't be, and we're going to get moving.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it, Fish. Let's go, man.
That's what we're here for. We'll figure it out as we go.
Not having anything to share with anybody else is kind of messed up.
I feel like I'm back in college.
How do we decide who goes first? Like, what's the order?
Usually, if we were sitting around the table, we would roll for initiative, but we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to go in order. So, because that's easier, I'm going to move myself, and we're just going to go down the line. Dang it, Kyron, you got to be difficult.
I tried to move it back, and then you moved it again. Damn it.
Y'all,
okay, we're just going to go around the room and go that way because that makes it a lot simpler. Everybody here is working for Alpha, which is an international organization that hires and sends out superheroes on different missions. If you're a genome or a mutant or a human with superpowers or a cyborg or an alien or whatever, and you have the skill set and whatnot, and they think you would be, dang it.
Oh,
okay. I'm sorry, Kyron. I apologize.
Got it.
I'm so used to doing it. I apologize.
We're like one more screen away to have like the Brady Bunch.
Keep my hands off of it.
I feel like we're like rolling for initiative just in our boxes,
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go, Fee. There you go.
So anyway, everybody works for Alpha. Some of y'all are agents in training. Some of y'all are more experienced agents, like Bear has been doing this for a long time, or Hologram is the name of his character. And your agent in charge of your team right now is Sergeant Michael Terry, who is superpowered human. He pulls you guys into the meeting room and he starts giving you guys the rundown that there's been some kind of attack by superpowered beings downtown at one of the big banks downtown, and he's sending you guys out. He will be radioing you guys information as they get updates on what's going on. Is there anything you guys want to ask for, want to do before y'all get in a jet and head out there? Anything? Any questions? Anything? Kevin?
Is there anything I need to before I go out?
Well, wait, can I time out before we start? What's the better view for everybody, this one or this one? Because this one, we can't see most people at the bottom of the screen.
I think we're on the side, then everybody's on screen at once.
Yeah, but it feels like that one's a little smaller. The actual game is smaller, so I just wanted to make sure.
I can zoom in though, so
okay.
Like I can zoom like way in.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, dude's armpit.
That's the beautiful of vector graphics.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, I was just literally my class at school is about vector graphics. So there you go. What do we know each other right now, and should we introduce our characters? I guess out of game or in game, just so that we know who everybody is.
A quick introduction wouldn't be bad. Some of y'all have seen each other around the halls. Some of y'all have worked on teams before, but introducing yourselves to each other would not be a bad idea at all.
Okay, so first question, who am I?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have a character sheet for you right now. So
okay. No worries then. Don't, never mind.
Well,
Forget I asked it.
When we talked about it earlier, she said she wasn't going to be able to be here for the whole thing. So
right.
Wow.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
I wanted to make her character, but
you left out the one. I cannot believe you, Fish.
Look, can't have too many female voices. Okay.
Wow, I cannot.
Apparently, Fish hates women. I mean,
apparently, yes.
Finding out a lot about
that's it. It's my ingrained misogyny, not the fact that I asked.
Can I roll for misogyny? Can I roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's a person of color too. I feel like there's something in that too. You're a person of color.
Oh, you get +10 for the race card. You can.
All right, so I have to leave this group apparently.
I want to roll. I want to vote to make Fee's character the leader of the group.
I second that vote.
Okay, should she be our Nick Fury?
Absolutely. She absolutely can. I actually
have his character sheet for that. She could just be like, she just knows shit and she tells us what to do. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, and she's
Nikki Fury.
There we go.
Yeah, I've got the character too.
Mike Terry just became Michelle Terry.
I didn't know what dice I needed, so I have this like jar of dice that is just like random stuff that I
Just
find
have a
places.
jar of dice.
Because why not? You know,
Yeah.
this one, for example, has like a lock and a parachute. I don't know what's going on here. This is a 10-sided die that has another 10-sided die inside of it.
I can tell you're a
That's
teacher.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
your teacher is showing. Like that is
Yeah,
like
just-
I've never
just-
met anyone who has just a jar of dice.
Okay.
Because you never know where you're gonna need to roll an E. You know.
All right. Back on subject.
All right.
Um,
I was killing time while you got her character sheet out. That's what I was doing.
I thought he
All
was
right.
drawing it right now.
I
honestly,
don't
like
have a
that.
sheet,
This is-
but
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had.
stats wise won't be too much problem. I do have
Okay.
the character drawn though, so she will have a player to use. So
There we go, Fee.
Sergeant Terry will be going on the mission with you just to oversee because he don't trust none of y'all. And he's a hard ass and he's kind of mean. So does anybody want to introduce their characters real quickly while we're on the jet trip to town?
So I'll just jump in and be like, "Hey, so I got called in here. I could use the paying work. Sounds like good stuff. As long as I'm not working for a bad guy, that seems like that'd be a bad idea. Name Siphon. I can open portals and fly, sort of. Not really. Who am I working with?
Can y'all hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Because my end, it didn't look like that. It's like, well, trust me. If there's anything that you should know, you ain't definitely working for no bad guy. All right? I'm a bad guy.
That's a trustworthy voice if I ever heard one.
Listen, hey, I've been to the street once or twice myself. So, I mean, you know, once you're a part of the mechanicalized, menacing family, it's let's just say that I kind of know my way around villains and such. These guys are totally legit. I'll give you that. Rocket Fist, by the way.
Rocket. That is an excellent name. And it says everything I need to know about you in the name. I love that.
Well, I'm a simple guy.
All right.
So,
Next up.
Hey, I don't even know how I got here. I got a call, and I was told there was going to be chocolate chip cookies. But my name is Ace Blade. I fight. You know, I can do that, and I got y'all's back if you need me. I can promise you, I am not a bad guy. But I was cloned one time, and there's this guy named Clubbat who looks just like me and has similar abilities. And I think he might be a bad guy. So look out for him.
Oh, man, not a clone. Jeez.
Who among us can say we haven't been cloned at least once?
Me.
Exactly. Speaking of clones, Kyra.
Well, I'm no clone. I'm the original. Don't talk to Lodestone like this. Lodestone knows what's going on. I see you up there flying our little plane. Just keep flying it, okay? And Ace Bade, just I see you looking at the patches here. These are my sponsors. Don't touch them. I'm getting paid extra on top of this. I know y'all getting paid from Alpha, Atlas, whatever, but I'm getting paid by Starbucks. I'm getting paid by Nike. So y'all need to just stay on my shot so that way the cameras can see me, okay?
Well,
I'm
you
gonna use my
wanna-
magnetic powers to keep you guys away from me. Just let me do my thing so I can get paid, all right?
Superheroes can get sponsorships?
What did he say?
Hey,
You guys
my
are getting
TikTok
paid?
blew up to 3 million just last week. I get paid.
You fight for money.
So
I
dinner's on you. That's what you're saying.
I was
Hell
told
no.
there'd be at least medical insurance, right?
Well,
Mm.
Alpha will be quick to replace your arm if it gets blown off. You can get a nice shiny cyborg arm. Depending on how well you do, depends on how well the arm works.
Oh.
I do not fight for money. I fight to eradicate the darkness with darkness.
You can just buy a light bulb that gets rid of darkness too. That's why I get
Stick to the
money.
mission.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
You talk too much.
Okay.
Hopefully you do not die.
All right.
Goodness.
But the guy's just trying to make good conversation. You really judging it for him talking? I mean, you ain't more yapping yourself over here.
Stick to the mission.
I go by the designation of hologram. I'm a AI intelligence designed for the purpose of saving and preserving life. I've known nothing outside of the life of Alpha. And all I know is my task and my job. And I do my best to accomplish that at all costs.
Whoa. I didn't know we were going to be working with no AI. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I had a bad experience with the robot guy back in Vegas City. So can
I've
I get
gotten that a lot.
some more information on the AI guy, please?
I will say robots are people too, but I do worry about the moral implications of wherever your data was scraped from.
That's understandable. My data's been scraped off the pavement a couple times. Back together by Alpha. But needless to say, I always get the job done. And I have a colorful but mostly positive history and track record with Alpha. I've been working with them for years.
I gotta know. I saw a couple years ago. They did like a hologram Tupac on stage. How much one of those cost? I just need to know.
I mean, I can whip them up for free.
Hey,
have you ever met Hatsune Miku?
Taxpayers.
But you can't afford a projector like him. That's billions of dollars when he gets destroyed.
Okay.
Anyway,
right.
So the pilot of the jet says, "Heads up, everybody get ready. There are pods along the side of the interior of the jet for everybody to get in. When you get in them and he tells you to hold on, he hits a button, a portal opens up beneath you, and spladunk, you are all down on the street now."
Usually I do that myself. Damn.
Usually you do, but we're working as a team here. Michelle Terry flies up into the air a little bit to keep a view over everything going. That's going to be hard for me to get. The Michelle is going to be tough. Everybody is down here. You teleported in front of the building, and you notice that there is a big hole blown in the side of the building, and everybody's standing around staring at it. There are civilians all around and whatnot. What are we going to do?
I vote we send the AI in.
Yeah. I got you. Can I send in one of my drones to scan the entrance and the interior of the building?
Absolutely. You all see a little glowing ball about the size of a golf ball come out of his head and start to fly off into the little hole and scan around, and you scan instantly. When you scan in there, you see members of the wolf pack. You see inside the building. You absolutely see Blue. You see Jack L, and you see some kid in cosplay that you don't recognize.
Damn. Okay. This is bad news. I want to relay to the rest of the team the information that I've discovered. This is a known group of criminal or like intergalactic criminals that I and one of my teams have encountered multiple times in the past, and they are not fond of us, and I apologize if they react poorly because of that.
Question. So we got space stuff. Space stuff's never good. Are we talking like intergalactic bounty hunter may drink and swear a lot, or are we talking like bursting out of my chest? Because like there's like a line.
More of the first. Yeah, it's
okay. All right.
They have like a little ragtag group that they travel with. Some members are interchangeable, but there's a lot of core members.
Do they like any specific drink that we need to know of?
I've never gotten a drink with them. I'm a hologram and a robot.
It's never gone that well.
And we've also never been in close combat or close quarters without combat.
Yeah. It's never gone good when they came up against the wolf pack.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got our work cut out for us.
All right. So go around the room real quickly. What do you guys want to do? There's an opening in there. We know there's bad guys inside. This is a major bank. There's people inside and whatnot.
Okay. I vote. I'm always vote like pacifist, try and work it out. Now, I can't guarantee that they're going to want to talk to us, or especially me. Right. But I would prefer getting them out of the building and away from civilians.
So on that note, I also would like to not get killed, but I can
Leroy Jenkins.
Let's go. But I could get you in behind them. If you just, I can see where we're going into. I can open up a portal and get you back there.
Not
That's
a bad
fair.
idea. If
I
anything,
can
have a
also-
little bit of
can
pull,
I-
and I can just boost my way in and get them out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You do have the rocket fist.
I could use my magnetic powers to just sort of hold them in place while we surround them if need be.
What,
Or
can I ask, what are they doing in the building? Like, are they like robbing it? Are they like particularly holding up the hostages? Like, where are they located in the room?
Yeah, they seem to be in the middle of a heist. Jackal and the kid seem to be keeping the civilians like grouped up and keeping the hostages in place. And Blue is reading a monitor on his wrist and seems to be directing somebody, but you can't see who that is or from where in here.
Okay.
Is there any way we
And
get
there's
a
lots of
breakdown?
damage everywhere. Like bunch of things are broken, big holes through the doorways and stuff. Like it's chaos inside.
I have
Since Hologram has some information about this group, can we get a breakdown of their abilities at all, or no?
Yeah, I mean, Alpha would have files on them.
Yeah.
In our encounters.
All right, let me see. I can do that real quick.
Well, first thing we would need to do is just get the civilians out of the way. So we need to figure
Yeah,
out.
I say we take the fight outside as soon as possible.
I have smoke bombs. If we can throw some smoke bombs, and then the fast guys can go get the civilians out of the way, so we can then face the vile villains.
I can also use my holograms to like cloak myself. So if I need to like sneak, I have 2 drones. If I need to get those inside the building and try and do something, I can. I've also got like really good hacking abilities and stuff. If I need to like do anything with the bank.
Can I make a suggestion? So I open a portal. Ace Blade goes in with smoke bombs, pulling civilians out through the portal, which I have to hold open. Meanwhile, Rocket Fist and Hologram go through the front. Rocket Fist getting their attention, and Hologram going in to figure out what we can do to disable them.
Can I add to that suggestion? I
Yes,
go in
please.
first and use my magnetic abilities to make any metal become like a rock armor around me, so I'm sort of like a tank for you guys.
I'm also
even better.
So I'm a tank as well.
Yeah,
I have a shell armor, so I'm probably good for the front line also.
Yeah, there's gonna be some heavy hitters for sure.
As far as the people that have been seen so far, there's been a lot of people that have been in the wolf pack. Most of them somehow loosely dog related. Blue is often the leader. He is a cyborg werewolf, and he's got vibro blades, which are blades that are covered in like an energy field that lets you like carve up a tank like it's made of butter. So like you don't want to get hit by these. Those glowing blades will do mega damage, which is like 1 point of mega damage is 100 regular points of damage. So like they can carve you in half pretty quickly if you're not careful.
Damn.
Jackal is an intergalactic thug on the run. He's a criminal across the galaxy. He also is known for using vibro blades a lot. He has 4 arms and is quite the troublemaker. And this kid, Alpha, doesn't have a lot of information on. He's only recently started showing up in the city. He's, been busted everything for like knocking over candy stores and, mom and pop shops, graffiti, all kinds of stuff. He's been going by the name Coyote. It seems to be a kid that's really into dog cosplay and has some ears.
You know what?
Wire thing on
Why
his
would you knock over a candy store?
That's what I was going to say. I got to respect these guys because I'm looking at it. I'm like, they're dedicated to the dog motif. They're like, if you're not from an alien race that looks like a dog, wear dog ears. I can respect that. I also respect that they are willing to diversify. Rob a bank, rob a candy store. These are villains that do it for fun and because they respect the game, and I can respect that. That being said, I also like the idea of not getting killed. So good info.
With my character being an alien, would he have maybe heard of these guys being.
You absolutely recognize Jack L's race, and he's one of the many races that are controlled by the Ranubian Empire, which is a giant space empire in outer space. Rule their sector with an iron fist. You don't cross them. So if he's managed to survive this long as a criminal on the run from them, he's probably pretty dangerous.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I send my other drone to scan nearby rooftops right now?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay, I need to go do that.
All right.
I do not trust Harriet Tubman. She's out there. I know.
Okay. Which rooftops would you like to scan? Because there's a lot of them.
I want to go for these 3 in the foreground. Start there and then move my way right and backwards.
Okay. All right. So it comes up over here and it starts scanning along this way. You gotten to about here and haven't gotten anything yet. We'll go on and remind me that we're scanning.
Yeah, I wanted to get something in the perimeter looking for her because I know. Yeah. They also have an archer on the team that I have not seen, but I cannot take any chances. She's too good. We got to keep an eye out.
She is very dangerous.
Did I hear him say her name out loud?
Is that the Harriet Tubman that you just say you don't trust?
Wait, what?
Okay. That's a bit of an inside joke. But her real name is Scarlet. She's like a fox type character, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, she's a really good archer. My brother, who also played an archer, had a lot of really, really dumb but really cool encounters with her.
The timing with that would have been so bad.
Ended up in his underwear one
get
time in a
really
fight with
quick.
her. It was the most crazy, chaotic, beautiful thing I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, my brother was essentially like a Hawkeye character, so he's just archery was his whole thing, and escape artist and all that stuff. And he got hit with a foam arrow, and it filled up his body, and he used his escape artist to crawl out of his suit last second, and so they were just sitting there as the 2 archers going at it. And they just kept shooting arrows at each other and parrying them back and forth.
But he's got no bow, so he had to try and catch the arrow and then throw it back. And
he's just hitting nat 20s and just flying by the skin of his teeth. That was one of the craziest in-game encounters.
Oh, she is, just FYI, if you do come up across Scarlet, she is fast enough to snag an arrow out of the air. So she is quite dangerous. She doesn't have high armor class or high hit points, but she is very, very dangerous if you get in her sights. And she has always been a part of the wolf pack up until now anyway. She hasn't been seen yet, but there's always a chance for that. So the plan that we are going with, we are opening a portal inside here and sending Ace Blade in, and who else?
I'm assuming Rocket Fist as well, or
no? I was saying my suggestion was that Rocket Fist and probably Hologram going through the front, so that they're looking that way while Ace Blade and whoever else is going to go in to get them out.
And send Tony in probably too, because Tony can take a hit.
That up if we need a bigger distraction. I can make holograms of me or the other team members and rile them up if we want to piss them off and just get them to chase us.
Well, I'm saying distract them while somebody goes in to save the hostages. That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
so who's going in?
Hologram will probably be enough for that. So.
Who's going through the portal?
I'm going through.
Okay, and Tony, are you going through the opening?
I'm going to the front door.
Okay, and Rocket Fist is going through the opening?
Yep.
I'll go through the portal to block.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I have to stay here to hold the portal open. So if you're gonna go in and out, I'm holding it open.
Okay.
All right. All righty. That is what we are doing. So,
so with my shadow realm, can I just, do I have to go? Do I need to even go to the portal, or can I just?
No, you can go straight through the door. I mean, you can go straight through the giant hole in the wall, or you could go through shadows. You would just have to go someplace that has enough of a shadow to do it.
So can he just go into a shadow and come out of a different shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh. That's always good.
And I'm a tanky tank.
Hey,
all right.
Shadow guy, how much armor do you have?
I'm at 150.
Yeah, he's looking buff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a thick armored insect shell along with his shadow armor on top of that and everything else. So I'm not drawing the inside of this real quick, but because I didn't plot that out that far. I built a whole freaking city, okay? So forgive me.
You are the architect.
So
Okay.
Siphon opens up a portal. Ace Blade and Lodestone go through that portal. You come out right behind like 10 people, and Jack L is standing right in front of you with his back to you, looking at the hostages across the way, which are looking over very shocked at what's going on behind Jack L's back. There's a group of hostages on the other side that the kid is standing there like making finger guns at, and he's like, "Yeah, you stay there. You do what you're told. See?" And
I like that all these guys are armed and he's using his finger guns.
Oh yeah, and then in come busting Hologram and Tony's character through the big doorway. Everybody turns to look at them. Ace Blade and Kyron, y'all are going to get the first attack because they didn't see y'all come in all of the chaos. So y'all are going to get a sneak shot at whatever you want to do. So what's that going to be?
I want to use my throwing knives to attack anybody who's who's got hostages.
All right. Jack L is like maybe 10 feet in front of you. So he's right there in front of you. He's got his big purple back to you. He makes a nice naked target.
Wait, can I make them a little easier target for y'all and like chat them up just like for a second and see if I can get their attention further away from the hostages?
That was the goal. The goal was for you guys to distract them however you want to distract them. Punching them, talking to them, whatever you want to do.
Also, Fish, with my Shadow Realm that I can hold 400 pounds with while I'm going through, can I load up some of these hostages and take them through the Shadow Realm to get them out of this
Absolutely.
place?
You could grab probably 2 people at a time, unless you find some really skinny folks. And
they're all skinny.
Because it's pretty dark in here. Like a lot of the lights have gone out in this room because of whatever tore a hole through the wall. And once y'all are inside, you can hear rumbling and crashing inside deeper in the building. Something is tearing its way through the building.
I want to go ahead and grab Blue's attention and be like, Blue, we have got to stop meeting like this. And just
he turns around very slowly looking at you, and you can hear him growling.
I ask him, how's his brother?
He reaches up and blasts right past you with a laser blast out of his arm.
Okay. I tell him
everybody else sees a laser blast shoot out the doorway because he completely whiffed it.
I tell him I take it he didn't get any better.
All right, that's it. It is now on.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm outside the building. Are there like civilians watching because they're worried that there's a thing going on? Are there cops putting out a barricade, or is it just like us and nobody's noticing yet?
It's y'all and a bunch of civilians that they know what's going on. They know something's going on. Most of the people are standing around with their phones, hoping they'll get.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, okay.
With the video.
That's what I just wanted to just get context.
Yeah, the cops are not here yet.
Is there anything anyone in the back of the room wants to do before this dude starts charging at me? Because I'm sure he's about to.
Honestly, a part of me wants to be like, because me being the reckless character that I am at this point, I would just want to just start zooming on in, just kind of get the first blow in before he does anything.
All right. Well, again, Danny and Kyron get their first shot because nobody saw them come in yet.
That is true.
So,
And
Danny, you want to throw a knife at him?
Throw a knife at him, dog.
Wait. We have Jackal in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Can I use my magnetize power to magnetize him to the wall, or no?
He does have cybernetics.
You would have to wrap him in something because he's naked.
What? He's naked?
Oh.
Yeah, he's naked.
Whoa!
The four-armed purple guy is naked. So, other than the guns in his hands and he does have the gauntlets on his wrist, but they are an alien material that's
Can
not
I just
magnetic.
say that when somebody just wears gloves, they look more naked than if they weren't wearing gloves?
It's the cuffs.
Right.
Yeah, it's not even the gloves; it's the cuffs, baby.
So
Yeah,
could
it's
he?
all
Could he?
forearms.
Could Kyron like disarm him though? Could he like take the guns and?
He can try.
Kyron,
Okay, sure.
Kyron takes the guns. I'll sneak attack him.
All
In his
right.
shot.
You have a bonus on your magnetic thing, don't you, Kyron?
+5.
Okay, so roll a 20-sided.
I don't have a
Oh,
dice.
you don't have a 20-sided. I'll roll a
Let me roll
20-sided.
for him.
Oh, I can do the thing, but
You want me to roll?
Yeah.
Or no?
My daughter let me borrow her dice, so
Oh yeah.
I could roll this one for you.
I have an online roller. I can do it. Is that okay or no?
Can you do it on the screen?
Uh,
Or no, you can. Yeah. Okay. Roll. That's fine. Yeah. Never
So
mind.
20?
Roll, Kyron.
Yeah. Roll a 20-sided. +5.
I got a 15.
+5. Okay, that's 20. Yeah. You snatched his 2 guns right out of his hands.
I attack.
All right.
With my
Roll to
sword.
hit.
Wait. As I'm doing that, can I do a finger gun back at that kid?
You absolutely can.
Okay, buddy.
All right,
Right
Danny,
at ya.
you've got 3 attacks as Ace Blade. So, do you want to throw 3 knives or?
Yeah, 3 knives.
Okay,
Sure, make him.
so that's roll a 20-sided for each one to
Okay.
hit.
Make
So
these
this
worthwhile, Ace
This one
Blade.
has a thing inside, so I don't count the top.
Is that a
end.
20-sided or is
It's-
that a
it-
Oh, this
12-sided?
is a 10, and it's got a 10 inside of it. So
Just count the one. Oh, yeah.
So
we
you
mean
just
to
fancy.
add it together, I guess.
add it together.
Oh,
Same
that's
thing
a
I got.
12. It's got an 11 on it. It's not. It can't be a
Oh
10-sided.
no, this is 12. Hold on.
Here.
Yeah.
You want me to roll for you, buddy?
Oh, you
mine-
fancy,
yeah.
huh?
I roll
All
for
three men with a
you.
10 inside.
Somebody roll for me.
All right.
Here.
Danny, how you looking?
All right, Rocket Fish, roll for him.
Ace Blade, hurry up! This guy is like really heavy.
All right. 13.
I hate when people can get the
13. 2 more.
Mm.
Yeah, I rolled you a 13 plus whatever modifiers you have.
What modifier you got on that knife?
That's a
He
good
gets
question.
+8 to hit on just about everything.
All right. So does the
Damn.
first one hit?
So,
My blade
oh yeah.
has 50 SDC. Whatever SDC is, my blade has 50 of it.
Well, that's how much it takes to like break your blade.
Oh,
Let's see. Let's see. Throwing knives.
Oh wow.
They do 1d10 damage each. So,
is that enough to kill him?
did he hit all 3 times? What did he get? Rocket Fist.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, and the other 2 times?
Oh, the other 2 times. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
3 hits.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Rocket two?
Ooh, okay. So another 13 and a nat 1.
Damn.
Okay,
Sorry.
so 2 thunked in his back, and one of them just almost hit your foot when it stabbed in the ground because you biffed it. But the other 2 stuck right in his back and
that one.
did 11, and it's double damage for a sneak attack from behind. So that is 22 points of damage. Okay, that is all right. All right,
Ace Blade.
those
I'm a
knives
waffle
stick
process
directly
right
in
here.
his back, and he turns around in shock now that he's been disarmed and stabbed in the back, and now he's directly focused on you two. Now let's see. Everybody else gets to do what they're going to do. Tony, what are you
Is it
going to
still
do?
our round, or is it? Because I get
Yeah,
2
well,
attacks per round.
Yeah, you get 2 attacks, and you took his guns away, and then you finger gunned the kid.
Oh, the finger gun counts as
Yeah,
It does unfortunately count as an action. Yeah.
That's.
It's a really cool action, though.
It was. I was like, hey,
It's worth
how you
it.
doing?
That's
Tony,
money.
what are you going to do?
It was worth it.
To
Damn it.
my Shadow Realm to pull out some of the civilians.
All right.
I get 2 attacks per turn, so can I do two rounds of that, getting civilians?
All right. Since it's your natural ability to do that, I will absolutely say you can do that, and you get 5 people out.
How many are left?
5 people that Coyote was holding. You get them out through the shadows and outside, and come back and get. You got 3 and got 2.
Can I do something as he's doing that?
Yeah.
So I'm outside waiting for Ace Blade to come back out with civilians, and as I'm hearing all of the fighting going on, it's clear that that's not what's happening. So I was going to stick my head in there and be like, can I just like arm some civilians? Like, just come this way. Shh, don't say anything. Come this way.
Roll 27.
All right. 18.
All right. Yeah. A bunch of people start running your way.
Quite like
shoving past Ace Blade. One nearly trips over the knife by his foot, and they go barreling out beside you.
Oh, geez.
Bear, what do you... Oh, Rocket Fist, what are you going to do?
All right.
Because Bear already picked a fight.
Yeah.
All right. So the fight's more or less begun.
Yeah.
Fight's here.
Part of me just wants to rush in and just kind of start wailing on whoever's... Sorry, because I'm playing through this on my phone right now, so it's a little hard to see for me.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good. Trust me, I need to find better equipment.
There's a giant blue werewolf cyborg who nobody is near right now.
And
there is a 4-armed purple guy with his back to you with knives sticking out of his back facing Ace Blade and Lodestone. And then there is a skinny kid in cosplay watching a bunch of people get sucked into the shadows.
I'm just going to go for the giant blue werewolf because it looks like he's not being attacked as much. And, I mean, that's not really fair. It's not really, equitable, Like, come on. All hands are free here.
Rocket Fist versus fake ears. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Let's see. Let's get to it. It's like, man, it's been a while since it's kind of weird being the hero in this side of things. Yeesh. Oh, let's go. Nat 20.
Oh, dang. Dang. Okay. Dang. Damn. Roll your damage, man.
Okay. Let me see, because what's it called? All right. I know. Where is it? There it is. What? Rocket Fist. +5 to hit. Punches 1d20 plus 10. Wow.
Well, which one are you going to use? Because, there's the just punch. There's the fire off your punch. There's, you've got a couple.
I'm gonna do the fire fist. Just again, the way that I'm gonna go at this is I'm gonna start running, and as I'm running, the fists are gonna help me. Essentially, the fist will boost me to move forward and kind of just go at it with this one guy. So I'm gonna do the.
Can I just add? Not enough people do the Jack of Hearts style of flying, and I appreciate that.
Of course. You're welcome. All right, let's do it. All right, so it says Rocket Fist, 3d20 per fist. Per fist. Oh, gosh. All right, let's see. I'm going to roll all 3 at once. See where this goes. Okay, not all bad. So we have, what's it called? We have 13, 19, and we have 8. And then, what's it called? So the Fire Fist ability. Fist flies up to 100 feet before turning. Yeah, so what's it? So am I adding all 3 together, or is it 3 separate hits?
Yeah, you add all 3 of those together, and then we double it because you got a natural 20.
I'm not good at math.
That's you and me both. Games help. You start to get better at math pretty quickly.
Having done games for years, that is not true.
Well, not always. Absolutely, it got me better at it.
Math and I do not get along.
It made me memorize certain things quicker.
Listen, I'm only good at making witty jokes, puns, and making up things on the spot. So basically, being a dungeon master, math is my enemy. And not only that, with a total of 80 points in
80
total.
Points. Good night. All right. Blue goes flying back and gets knocked squarely on his butt. He is down for a round at least.
Wait, where is he knocked? Is he outside the bank now, or outside the building now?
No, he got knocked deeper in.
Deeper in the okay, that's what I
so he's deeper into the destroyed inside of the bank. Fee, what do you want to do? You hear this chaos and stuff going on. You can sit back and see if the team can handle it on their own, or you can go in, powers blazing. You've got heavy energy powers. You can create energy constructs. You also start to burn with flame the more you use your powers. You're a badass. shoot energy beams out of your hands.
With great power comes great responsibility. Wow. I
Me too.
well, he's knocked square on his butt. What else do we need to do?
I mean,
Bear, you get a ping on one of the rooftops.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It scans some kind of energy source on the rooftop, but it can't make out what it is.
Can I actually go check that out? Because I can fly really fast, and that probably needs more immediate attention. There's a lot of people in this room. I think y'all can take care of this.
Alrighty.
I
was gonna say-
did the attention grabbing, and that
Wait,
dude's
wait,
knocked
what?
out now.
Do we have any kind of like communication? Because he could also like
Yeah.
just radio. Like I'm outside, for example, and so is Fee.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I mean, I radio that I found something outside. If some of y'all who are free want to like if you want to like portal up there and meet me.
Or
You got a ping over here on the rooftops of this building over here.
Well, if we've got all the civilians on my side out of the area, I can go and look at that, and I could take her with me.
Is that a food truck?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Side quest.
I was like, side quest?
I must have
It
lunch time.
absolutely is.
Can I make a motion to check out the food truck?
If you want
Food
to,
is in that food truck.
absolutely.
All right. So I'm like, hold up, close that portal, open up new portal.
Mission directive change.
Is it open?
Are those street tacos? What's
I'm
going on?
badass
Yeah.
that goes checks out the food truck.
I'm with you on that one.
All right. So y'all can go check out the food truck.
We are easily distracted.
Okay. Tony's getting civilians out. You're flying over there to check that out. So now it's their turn to do something.
Oh, damn.
Jackel turns around and he's facing you guys. And let's see. He flexes his hands and 4 big, long, yellow, glowing, vibrating blades come out of the backs of his gauntlets and sound a lot like lightsabers. And he's like, I'm going to enjoy this. And he lunges at Ace Blade.
Oh no. R.I.P.
Smoke bomb.
They're all
Sorry, me just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Or parkour.
Okay. All right, let's see. Where's your parkour? You got a bonus on that? Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to somebody roll him a 20-sided
I got it.
plus 10 for his parkour. Please get an extra
Oh
20.
shit.
Guys, parkour.
11. He got a 1.
No, he's got plus 10 to parkour, so that's a 21.
Parkour.
Parkour.
So okay, you just barely managed to kick off the wall behind you and hop over him.
No.
That's-
He got 11 total.
No, he got a 1.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled
You
one.
rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to mention when it's a 1. You have to mention that. 'cause
You
That's a
gotta
whole
mention
different
it's a
rule.
one.
That is
That's
the
it.
other-
That's
That's a
it.
whole different
That's what I
rule.
thought I
Dodge
heard.
for you
Say it,
just to
though.
see what we get.
He got a 1.
As a
got a
backup,
one.
you got an 18 plus 10. You get a 28. So I'm gonna let you have that one
But next time
because
it's a
I
1,
don't
it's a
want you
1.
to
That's a whole
die
different rule.
in the first shot.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that. I said it was a 1 because I
Somebody can bring me back.
Okay, so I really wish Ezra was here. So you kick off the wall behind you, you flip over him, his blade cuts a giant chunk out of the wall right beside Kyron, and he turns around to face you and takes a swing at you but misses.
Swing and a miss.
All right, that was his attack. Coyote, he whistles real loud and says, "Come on, boy, we need your help." And then he starts running out the door, out the big hole in the wall, giggling like a maniac.
Yeah.
And so let me see.
I'm going to let y'all handle this one. This will be fun.
We can see.
I don't like how he said, "I'm gonna let y'all handle this." What?
It'll be fine. It's not that bad. It's kind of bad, but it's not that bad.
Okay, so Coyote
Yeah,
comes
I don't
running out the
like way he
doorway,
says this.
giggling like a maniac, having a big time. Tony, do you want to keep getting civilians out, or
Well, how
do
many
you wanna
civilians
do?
are left? I thought it was like we got most of them.
Yeah,
there's like probably let's see how many are left. There are 8 people left inside here because
I would
most of
try
the
and
people
get
on
whoever-
one side got out, but he got like a big chunk of the other side out. But there's still
well,
several left.
I'll go ahead and get the rest out.
All right. Let's.
Somebody chase that villain.
Okay, you can get the rest of them out in this round. The kid goes out. Jackal is sitting there with you. Lodestone is right next to him. What are you going to do?
Me?
No, Kyron. Lodestone.
Oh, sorry. Does Jack Hill still have the knives in his back?
Oh yeah, he still has them in his back, and he has 4 giant glowing yellow blades that will cut through a tank on his arms right next to you.
Okay, can I first can I break up and put my armor on?
Yes,
you know,
you absolutely can.
so when
That's
I break up, I get 3 moves, right?
do you? Do you?
What's that power called?
It's
I
you
think
call
you
it
can.
breaking up.
Rick up, really?
Yep.
Really, Kyron?
Break it down.
I'll tell everyone I'm bricked up,
No,
you know?
You get no. You normally have 2 attacks. You have 1 when you're in full rock form
Okay.
because you're a little bit slower, but you're strong as hell.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, that's the trade-off for being so big and heavy.
Being strong as hell sucks so much.
Heavy as
Yeah.
the hands that wear the stone.
So you can brick up, and I'll give you 1 attack. So
Okay.
you
And
do
what is
that.
Jack Hill doing right now?
He is mostly focused on. Well, he was mostly focused on Ace Blade until the tiny human next to him just turned into a giant rock monster.
Magnetize the blades through him. Like,
All right. The blades that are stuck in his back, I want to use my magnetized powers to like force it deeper into his body and while at the
Deeper.
same pushing him and pinning
We're the
him on
good guys,
wall.
right?
Hey, good guys need to do what you got to do, okay?
You're doing a Magneto.
you're
Sometimes
the
you
good
got
guy.
to do what you got to do to keep from getting cut in half by a guy with
Honestly,
laser swords.
yeah.
This
Me and
is
Kyron
not
trying to kill
DC
people.
Comics. This is Image Comics here, okay?
I can disable like 2 shoulders.
This is
Roll a
invincible.
two-sided.
Flip a
roll,
coin.
roll a 20-sided.
Roll a 20.
Roll a coin.
I got 13.
13. And
And
wait a
I got
second.
plus 5 on my magnetize.
Okay. All right. You stab them deeply into him, and he takes 22 points of damage.
Ace, but you need to take care of that rock monster. so I'm
He
handling Jack Hill.
screams as you stick those deep into them. Roll a 20-sided. You're rolling against me. This would be use your +5 for your magnetize and roll a 20-sided.
Roll it again.
Yeah,
Okay. 19. Dang.
19.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
you've got control of him with these knives inside his body now.
Puppet
Pin him to
master.
the wall.
That's what I'm trying to do. I want
All
to
right.
pin him into the wall so he can't move.
All right, you drag him up against the wall, and if you pin him to it, you'll basically be pulling the knives out of him because they're only about that long. Like, they're throwing knives.
Ooh.
But they're inside of him, and you just use the knives inside his body to drag him across the room for another 20 points of damage internally.
Again, who among us can say that hasn't happened to us?
Exactly.
Happened to me last
That's
week.
where I get the ideas for the game. Is I get the scar on my back from being dragged across the room. Okay, that's your attacks.
Oh my
Tony
goodness.
is getting the civilians to safety. Ace Blade, what are you going to do?
Handle that rock monster.
Almost died last time, so I'm gonna fight somebody else. Let me see. You said there's a rock monster. Is that the one that's left?
The rock monster's Kyron.
Oh no. Who ran outside?
Who happened to
Which
the
one of them
kid?
ran out-
Blue is knocked out on the ground. The big cyborg werewolf is knocked out. There is
Who ran outside laughing maniacally?
the kid.
Yeah.
the
Are
skinny
y'all hearing
kid.
anything from
But you
inside?
do hear a rumbling getting a lot louder, like something is barreling towards you from underneath
I would
the
double
building.
check, make sure all the civilians are out because something's gonna come through that bank.
Okay.
If he runs from the villain that he's close to, doesn't the villain get a hit of opportunity or some shit like that? Or is that not how you play?
Well, that's D&D.
Alright.
That's not my game.
I want to
Okay,
ask.
I was
I
just
want to
saying,
ask the AI to. I want to ask the AI guy to scan and see what that loud noise is.
What? Wait, is it?
Well, now you trust
He's
AI.
left.
Yeah.
Well, do I,
Yeah.
Now
I
you
still
trust
have that-
AI.
The AI guy's up on top of the
shade,
building
the
right now.
shade.
Admittedly,
Well,
did I
geez,
still
what
have that
good is
one
he?
small drone that I sent in the
Shade.
bank originally?
You do have that drone still in the bank.
So,
I
I mean,
forgot about that.
I could scan the bank again.
Yeah, you
While
absolutely
I'm still
could.
outside.
All right,
Okay.
roll a 20-sided.
Yeah. Okay. I got a 5.
You get a plus on your drone. It's not as much as your normal scan.
Yeah. Let me pull up my sheet real quick.
You see that there is a bank there.
It looks to be destroyed.
It has a +5 for scan, so it's only a
Okay,
10.
so that's a 10.
To work on
All
the
right,
next
you
one.
definitely get. You're picking up heavy rhythmic seismic pounding coming through the building from below. It's getting closer, and you can just make out what sounds like the echoing sound of someone saying, "Play, play, play."
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like my kid.
Is this Beware of Toddler coming in? I want to tell the team. I want to tell the team that something is coming.
All right. You transmit that over the radio. Rocket Fist, you are standing over a groggy giant blue werewolf cyborg who is going to be coming to shortly. What are you going to do?
Double tap.
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering how many actors I actually have left here. Also, if you hear any noise in the back, my niece is visiting. What's
Can we all say hi?
Hi, niece.
Hi, niece.
Hello.
And I'll say hi to you, say that. She's the cutest little thing in the entire world. All right. Let me see. Trying to see attacks per round. I only have 2. Oh, okay. So I got to use these wisely. A part of me just kind of wants to do like an additional, just like a simple, like just uppercut. You know, essentially just kind of like officially knock him out using my the werewolf that I just hit. Just wail on him just one time, and then on my second attack, I guess I'll. Yes, thank you, sir, for the suggestion. Probably start making my way on out to who else is available in terms of fighting.
There's the kid that ran outside laughing, and something is barreling your direction because you're deeper in the bank than Ace Blade is, and you definitely feel the floors vibrating. Something big and heavy is coming your way very fast.
I would grab Blue and get out.
Honestly, yeah, I think that's probably what I will do. I'm probably just gonna, probably just punch, the blue one, just grab. All right, I got Bluey over here. Okay, let's hurry up and get on out of here.
All right, roll your damage because he can't dodge or anything.
This is true. And I think it's just
unless you just like trip and hit the floor.
I know, right? Which is gonna be an 8. So I doubt that. Well, I mean,
he's already knocked out. So
you're just doing damage. You hit him.
No, just doing damage. Yeah. So what's it called? Just a simple punch, which is 18. So
18. All right, good deal. I'll make that a nice even number there. All right, you have bloodied his lip, and you drag his giant heavy carcass outside, which with rocket assisted power you can do it. He's a lot heavier than he looks. And
with my scanner, can I start giving? Can I radio the information I'm getting live to them and try and give them somewhat of a countdown of it getting closer?
Yeah, you absolutely
tell
can
them
do that.
They have company coming in fast.
Mm-hmm. And hold on. Oh,
I also want to give him a reason to get him out of the bank because he knows somebody's on his ass.
Yeah. He is going to be here in the next round. He's going to come barreling through.
Can I retrieve my blades and get out?
Which the civilians are out, correct?
Yes, the civilians.
got the
Tony got the last of the civilians out.
Yep. And by that round, hologram will be on the roof.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
we're
feel
probably
a
showing up
bullet go through your hologram.
now. Oh, me?
Yeah,
Outside?
it misses your sphere inside, but it goes through your hologram. He definitely just got shot.
Can I use my loudspeakers and call out to Scarlet and ask her to show herself?
You can do that.
Can I? That's what I do. I see
All
her
right.
she's receptive to chatting.
All right, you call out to Scarlet to show herself, and you hear another bullet go whizzing by about 15 feet to your left.
Okay.
That was embarrassing.
Can I start multiplying myself as many times as like my CPU can take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a 20-sided.
I got a 5 again. I swear this dice is weighted. I got them today.
Your CPU can handle 5.
Yeah. 5 of you are now sitting there in
That's
front
fair.
of you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. Okay. So do I have like do I know where she is on the rooftop, or is it just like a general area?
The one bullet gives you some bit of help getting down. You heard where the other one went through, but you didn't like actually see it or anything. So like it went past, but
do I have like a direction to go in?
Yeah.
Off the trajectory?
It is generally somewhere on this central tower is where it came from.
Can I send my like 5 copies to start like closing in on it from all angles with my body inside one of them?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I can actually do that, can't I?
Duplicate myself.
Duplicate.
I'm glad I don't have to do it 20 times.
Yeah. Before you
I was just going to
go back
crash
to
your PC.
And before we go back to the other guys, then Fee and I can jump back in.
All right. So, okay, that's what you're doing. Now you've got that building top surrounded. What do you want to do, Kevin?
So what I was going to say is we go back to the initial building that he told us to go to. Portal open. Fee and I are in there. We got a taco in each hand. And we're like, oh, over there now.
So are you going over here to the building that bears that? Okay.
I'm assuming that's the idea, right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you want a portal like way up here, or do you want a portal over here and figure out what's going on, or what do you want to do?
Can I show me where he's at again? Like that part of the building?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's somewhere over here is where
the building right next to him would be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you pop out there and get Fee. This is the one slow part about that is having to grab them and move. All right. So y'all pop out over there, and suddenly you see a bunch of glowing dudes around the top of the building.
I know that guy.
I'll pop out and show him.
All right. So now we'll go back, and it is their turn. And all righty. Get everything in place too. Where is it? All right. Suddenly, over here starts growing a giant scarecrow in the middle of the road.
No. That one's new.
No.
And
what?
Say what?
And then another one starts growing over here.
No.
Okay.
Out of nowhere. They just like some straw and wheat grows up out of the middle of the street, and then it starts to bind up into a scarecrow, and then it grows up into a giant scarecrow that looks like a Quaker. And the kid is running around laughing maniacally, screaming, "Yes, now you will face the most terrifying thing in the world, a scarecrow!"
I have a phobia against scarecrows.
And they're pretty scary.
You know, I've been paired with the worst villains in the entirety of the planet, and I ain't
gotta
gonna
be that big.
This is some Adam West stuff going on here. In like the cringiest way possible.
I don't like that. Why you gotta be so big?
Let's see. Where is Blue? Okay.
I was
Blue
like,
has
that's
been dragged
lucky.
out.
Oh boy.
And
Mm-mm.
And here I thought facing my mother was the worst thing I could do.
and Lodestone's got Jack L pinned against the outside wall, I'm going to say, just because it makes it easier. And you hear the rumbling coming from inside. I'm going to move Tony out of the way so that he doesn't get killed. And where is he? So small. Okay. And then you see this giant rock bulldog dude come barreling out of the building, screaming, "Play, play, play!" And he comes barreling out, smashing through everything as he goes. He runs surprisingly fast.
Oh gosh.
And all right. So okay.
Mhm.
So this is
Pause a
roughly
second.
where everybody is now.
Okay, let's pause for a second. I'm eating my taco, waiting for the hologram guy to do something. Hear the noise behind me. Look down and see 2 giant scarecrows and a running around bulldog. I'm like, this got weird. And I'm like, that's saying a lot, but like, there's 5 of him and 2 of those things and a dog guy, and I could see it from up here, so that's something.
Can I add? Where's my tacos?
Oh, did you order some?
No, he didn't.
Dang.
He just
Kinda
expected
cool.
tacos.
Bring it.
That's
Can I get
all.
tacos for everybody? What's going
No,
on?
seriously.
Okay, so now we let's see. Blue wakes up, gets up off the ground, and then that is let's see. Jack L has his attack. He is going to try and pull free. Roll a 20-sided for me, Kyron, with your +5.
So I got 13, so +5 is going to be 18.
Okay, he tries to pull free. You manage to hold him down without too much hassle, and it does more damage.
Thank you, Ace Blade, for your blades. They help out very much.
We're
a good team.
Blades came in really handy. Okay, you saw a look of extreme pain on his face. That one hurt. He ain't dead, but he's that hurt. And that is their attacks for now. So, Kyron, we'll start with you. What are you going to do?
I want to use my rock wall attack to create a wall, but I want it to create in the shape of a giant bone for this dog monster thing that appeared. Can I do that?
Huge.
God. God. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
just
okay.
so crazy it might work.
Just say it. Now, do you see why I picked this guy?
This is the joy of all tabletop RPGs, where the players just thwart the plans of the DM.
Oh man, I don't make plans. I do not make plans.
That's the way I used to always do it as a game master. It's just like, you know what? These are the toys. Do things.
Yeah, because y'all are always going to do something strange with it. Okay, that's not a very good looking bone, but it'll work.
That is the most juicy looking bone I've ever seen. Don't take that out of context.
Whoa. That's what she said.
All right, so you pull a giant bone up out of the concrete here and ruin the sidewalk, but there's a giant bone, and you've absolutely got his attention, and he comes running over to it and starts chomping on it.
What is his name again?
Hound.
Hound. Okay. Can I relay the information about Hound that he is essentially just like got the mind of a child and just thinks everything's a game and just wants to play? Not necessarily a threat, but
well, I mean, he's a threat,
he
but
is powerful. He is like a very strong entity, especially when manipulated to do things by his friends.
He's like a 2,000-pound toddler. I mean,
right, but he is very simple-minded, and he does not have to be your enemy. So this is a pretty smart play so far.
Okay, so Lodestone's done that. People moved. Now I don't know what's going on. Ace Blade, what are you going to do?
I want to get outside and see what's up with this kid.
All right.
You said he's running around
What up, kid?
acting silly. How old is this kid?
He looks to be probably 16, 17 maybe. He's pretty skinny. He's a little shaggy. You can see the wire holding his ears on. He's got a bunch of little satchels and bags and stuff all over him, and he's just giggling and having a big old time. He's having the time of his life.
Okay, he's with the bad guys though, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab this kid by the shoulders and say, "Hey, kid, what's wrong with you? I need to talk to this kid. What's going on?" Because he's got some connection with these creatures.
What up, punk?
Going up. I was gonna say slap some sense into him, but he's 16. What kind
Bro,
of?
we are Image Comics. Just stab him in the stomach and let's keep going.
No, I'm not
You yank him
stabbing
up
the
off
kid.
the ground. Like the kid weighs 90 pounds, maybe. You pick him up off the ground, and he's like, "Oh, the Purple Man wants to fight."
Yeah,
the Purple Man.
I actually do. So, hey, kid, what's going on? Why are you acting so crazy? What's happening?
He says, "Because it's fun," and then he tries to kick off of you and just kind of kicks you in the knee. He tried to kick off you and backflip and failed miserably.
All right.
How do you kind of kick somebody in the knee?
All right.
I mean, he kicked him in the knee, but didn't really hurt. Like he's got armor on it. It's just
all right. I'm a roundhouse kick this kid.
Yeah.
That was it.
Kick the ears off this kid.
That was all it took. I'm a roundhouse kick this kid.
It's like I'm going to try to be a parent figure to him. Nope, going to roundhouse kick him.
Hey, I did the best I could.
Right.
Roundhouse and see if I can knock him out. I don't want to kill him, but knock him out if I can.
All right, roll to hit. Roll a 20-sided. So somebody needs to roll for him because he doesn't have a 20-sided.
Roll for me, please.
20?
Yeah.
You got a 10.
Okay, and let's see. You've got plus something to hit. I know.
3d20 cost 2 attacks. Opponent must save versus KO. What does that mean?
That means that if you get high enough on your roll, they have to save to keep from getting knocked out. Let's see. Roundhouse kick. Okay, it does 3d20 damage. You have, though, over at the beginning of your sheet under stats, you have +8 to hit. So what did he get on his roll?
It was 10.
10.
Okay, 10 plus 8, that's an 18. You hit the kid. So you do 3d20 damage worth of damage to this kid. You don't get... okay, well, all right, so roll 3d20, Kyron, for him.
3 of them?
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So you got... Do you want the total of all 3 or 35?
All right. You do 35.
One was a natural 20, if that makes any difference.
Not on damage. It would have if he was kicking him in the head or kicking his head off. What was the total again?
35.
35. Okay. So that... No, that's 50. Okay. All right. You knock the kid over. He goes tumbling. His ears go flying off, and a contact pops out of his eye. And he gets up, and he's like, "Oh, the purple boy does want to play." And you can see the eye the contact came out of is like bright yellow and has a crazy looking iris in it.
Okay. All right.
Is this a Judge Doom situation? I mean,
I need some more information on this kid. Can I call call my AI guy, my best friend Bear? Can I call my AI guy to come?
Also, with your ear radios, you can also contact Alpha at any time and ask them for more information. Like they've got techs and stuff working the phones all the time to help you if you need something. So you always have that resource. You've always got a guy in the chair you can call in a situation like
that's what I want to call. Alpha, what's up with this yellow eye?
Nobody has any information on that. They haven't seen it yet. All they've seen on this kid so far is him doing really stupid stuff like spray painting mustaches on, billboards. Like I said, knocking over candy stores, mom and pop shops, like kicking over newspaper things. He's been pretty penny ante until right this instant.
I'm getting like interdimensional imp vibes from this dude because of the scarecrows. This dude's worrying me. I don't know enough about him.
Like mixes Piclico stuff over here.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so
giving
that's
tricks.
going to be Ace Blade's time because you just kicked the dude in the head and flipped him over and called home. Tony, what do you want to do?
Hold on. I'm gonna have to leave in a second.
Okay.
Can I try one thing real quick and then
Yeah.
go? Okay. So I figure AI guy has got that building surrounded. So I'm gonna real quick try one thing because I want to be part of something. So, let me describe this for you, and then you let me know what you want me to do. I want to jump off the building. Once I'm getting enough velocity, open a portal under myself, open it up in front of one of the scarecrows, pop up so it looks like I'm flying for a second, blast it in the face, and then teleport away to safety.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Like
You can jump off a building easily.
Yes.
Now roll a 20-sided.
All right. A 4.
damn.
Do you have a bonus with your portals?
Well, it says that I have automatic for portals for like dodging and stuff, and then it says portal. It says plus 10 hit. I don't know why that would be.
Okay, yeah, that you get to roll to that dice to hit what you're aiming at to get where you want to be. So plus that you pop up right in front of him, and then you roll to hit to shoot.
All right, so I roll a 10-sided die.
No, you would roll a 20-sided dice to hit again.
Okay. 14.
All right, you blast and.
Okay, so basically, here's what I wanted to do: fall in, pop out, blast in the face, yell "Siphon was here," and then teleport away.
All right. You jump up, you shoot, you blow out the windows on the other side of the building behind him, and then you disappear into a portal in shock because you've never seen your blast go through something like that before.
Fair enough. Aiming wasn't my strong suit either. All right, with that, I got to step out.
Square in his big pudgy face, and it just went right through him.
Oh, it hit him. Okay, good. Just it went through. It hit nothing. All right, that's super weird, but I have to go back to HQ to find out what's going on.
All right. Good luck. Hopefully you bring back backup.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Okay. So he just abandoned the team.
Dang.
All right. So
He didn't bring us tacos. We don't need him anyways.
yeah. Let's see. Rocket Fist, where's he? There you are, over in the corner. I couldn't see you.
Yep.
Okay, what are you going to do? You got a big angry blue standing up in front of you. You've got a giant dog behind you. You've got Ace Blade kicking a kid behind you.
Okay. Man, there's a lot happening here. Okay. So one of the scarecrows aren't too far. Okay, do you think it's possible, obviously, to like essentially just kind of punch out Bluey over here and seeing if I could potentially like fly upward to seeing if I can potentially punch one of the giant scarecrows?
I say that's possible. I mean, they're stomping in closer as we go. So I need to get him out from under his foot. So you could take a shot at trying to punch him and try to fly over here and hit that one, maybe. I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Well, let's see where this goes.
All right. So first roll to hit Blue.
16.
16. What's your plus?
It's gonna be a +5, so that'll be.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, Sarah.
It was 21.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Where is it? I know it's there. Okay. You fly at him with the punch. He manages to block it with his armored arm. Roll your damage. He's going to take half damage.
And just simple punch, just 1d20. That's going to be, ooh, that's fun. 17 total.
17. All right. Let's start to whittle it down.
Plus hit bonus. Oh, wait. What's it called? So, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't fully read this correctly. So, it was 1d20 plus 10, and then plus my hit-to-hit bonus. Because
Well, your damage bonus.
the damage would then be, it says +8, but I'm assuming that's if it was like a nat 20.
There's so many freaking sheets to go through.
All right.
They're all different. Who did this?
It's all Ace Blade's fault.
Who made all these sheets so similar and yet so different?
Wonder who.
This is all Ace Blade's fault. I know it is.
Every bit of it.
Hey, that's fine.
There it is. It was right up towards the top. You get +8 on your damage hand to hand with your fists, and then your rocket punch
Is 1d20 +10, so I rolled a 7, which would make 17 plus
and it has
8.
plus your hand to hand bonus, which is the 8.
All right.
So what was that total?
So, because I can do math, is 25 total.
All right. Okay. I got that. So he blocks it. He takes some damage from it, but he blocks it. And then you fly up past him towards the scarecrow. So roll to hit.
Okay, come on. Big money, big money, big money. Ooh, okay. That's not going to be good. That's going to be an 8.
An 8. All right. You go right through the scarecrow. Like you see all the straw and everything go past. You don't feel it, but you see it like you went through it, but you didn't feel anything. And you're now rocketing out the other side of the scarecrow. Okay, Tony, what are you going to do?
Wait, do I see the hologram or the scarecrow?
Yes, you absolutely see the scarecrows.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a psychic projection or if it was like an actual hologram.
Roll 20-sided.
Don't mind if I do. I got it too. I ain't seeing shit.
Oh, you don't see him.
Okay. So it is like a psychic attack though.
So Tony, what are you going to do?
I see that blue werewolf just standing there, right? He's still standing
Yeah, he
there.
just blocked a hit and is standing there kind of shocked at what just happened as this kid flew past him.
So with my shadow constructs that you made, it says +6 to hit, but it doesn't say. It just says 50 SDC and then it says 50 range, but it doesn't say what I roll for the damage.
Well, that's me thinking of them kind of like force fields, like a Green Lantern construct. Like the SDC is how much damage it would take for somebody to bust the construct that you made, and then your bonus to hit, and then basically whatever you want to do with it, we'll figure something out. Like
a lot of my powers work the same way. A certain armor class for my holograms.
You know what? Instead, I'm going to use this shadow blast.
Okay.
So let me roll, see if I hit it with this shadow blast.
How many attacks do you want to invest in that? Because you get 2d20 per attack you power it up with, and you've got two attacks.
2 attacks.
Okay. All right. So roll to hit.
First, I rolled a 19 plus.
Plus,
you don't have a
plus 6 because you're using your darkness powers.
Okay.
So yeah, you hit him.
And then I roll 2 d20s.
Yeah. No, you roll 4 d20 actually because you're powering it up twice as much.
All right. The first one was a 4. 3. Come on now, give me some. So I'm at 7. Plus 15. Plus 3. So yeah, I do a little damage. That ain't too bad.
How much was it?
Hold on, I'm mathing right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mathing.
45.
45?
Yeah.
Okay. You absolutely shatter his cybernetic arm and some of the armored plating on his legs comes off. Oh crap! Roll a 20-sided for me, Tony.
All right. Nat 20.
Oh damn! Okay. As you hit him with this giant blast and his armor starts busting and flying off, you see some of the cylindrical canisters on his legs start rattling and smack together. And then there is a giant detonation goes off as these mega damage inducing grenades all fire off at the same time. Dang. Okay.
I get like a bonus action or something because I got that nat 20. Let me get something.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
Bombs.
Let me notice that and throw up one of my shadow constructs between him and Ace Blade, since Ace Blade's like right up on it. Like Ace Blade seems closer to him, so
Oh yeah. Okay,
sure
definitely.
it's like between me. It's like between me and Ace Blade and him.
Can you
roll
like him in a
roll a
bubble?
20-sided for me?
All right. It's a 4, so it ain't too strong. That was the last one. I tried to throw it up.
Okay. It definitely, you put one up, it breaks in the process, but it eats up all the it eats up the damage that the construct would have taken. And gives Ace Blade a second to try and do something. What do you want to try and do? You have a second to react as this explosion is coming at you.
I gotta dodge isn't my attack, right? I can just dodge or
Yeah, you can dodge, and you get +5 to dodge. You get +10 to parkour.
parkour.
So, parkour.
My brother was a parkour man. He took that junk serious.
Okay, roll a 20-sided for me.
Kyron.
Oh, somebody roll a 20-sided.
I got you. Sorry, I forgot I had to do that. Dang, 19.
19
Yeah.
is a 29. So you flip over that kid's shoulders and take off running and dodge over here behind some of these rocks and stuff as dude detonates. The shield gets destroyed in the process, but he makes it Tony.
Yeah.
Is Blue still there?
Well, that's for another roll. Tony, give me a 20-sided roll with your +5 for blocking with your auto constructs for yourself.
All right. Damn, I got a 4 +9 or +5, so I'm at 9.
Okay, you get a construct up in front of you. It shatters in the explosion, but it takes the vast majority of the damage. You get tossed back on your carapace quite a ways. Hound gets thrown over into these civilians and has a big bloody chunk out of his rock hide. And there is now a big, gigantic crater here where Blue used to be.
What about the kid take any damage? I feel like the kid might take damage.
Oh, the kid is smoking.
He's so cool.
The kid is smoking like he's on fire.
But he's not on fire?
Oh no, he turns around and looks at you, and you see his face start to crack and peel off, and his hair starts to slump off, and he's like, You freaking aliens always have to ruin my fun. And you see he has like an actual like coyote face underneath this, big long snout sticking out, great big long ears, fangs, the whole 9 yards.
Pretending to be a person, pretending to be a dog.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's layers to that. There were layers to that.
I peeled him back like an onion, took the one out, caused some collateral damage, but that's all right. I'm an alien, so
he is now not very happy at all. Jack L is going to.
You gotta do something.
He starts to swear in alienese into one of his gauntlets, and you hear a whooshing coming in your direction, and a series of heavy laser blasts come barreling through the yard, just blowing up all of this area through here. You can't see where it's coming from, but something just swooped through and just
Okay.
blew this whole thing up.
Can I scan the skies for Sarah?
Roll a 20-sided.
Oh.
This AI seems very paranoid about this.
I've got a history. I know what I'm doing. I got a 12. Let me see if I have a scan bonus. Yeah, I have a plus 10 to scan.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely recognize Sarah flying through the air.
Oh, I can't deal with her and Scarlet right now. Everybody's tied up, aren't they? They're all busy.
I'm currently in the middle of the sky right now.
I mean, Ace Blade kind of just in the bush.
Yeah,
I mean, if Ace Blade or Rocket Fist, if y'all are free, one of us needs to start trying to take out the sniper, and I'm probably going to be our best bet against that ship. But they do have a cloak spaceship that's going to start raining down on us, apparently, because we just killed one of their members.
Okay, so do we know where this cloak ship is? I'm currently in the middle of the sky right now after trying to punch a scarecrow.
I mean, yeah, I did just scan it and got. Can I relay that information at all?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Hey, I gotta ask the team if we're okay with killing these villains since
Kyron.
Tie him up.
Kill them all.
Kyron, you take 20 damage SDC off of your rock armor. So that's not really very much. As a smoke arrow explodes on the top of your head, and now you are being enveloped in smoke.
What did I do? I was just standing here minding my own business, killing
That's
Jackal.
the problem. You was standing there minding your own business. You should have been minding someone else's.
You got to be on the move.
I took out Jackal by myself, basically. Ace Blade ain't done nothing.
Yeah. So you are now.
I roundhouse kicked the kid.
You did?
Put the knife in his back.
So you just had a smoke arrow go off on the top of your head, and then
explains all the
let's
gray
see.
right here.
All right, and then another one.
I got hit by another one?
No, another one goes off over here by Ace Blade, and another one goes off over here by Tony.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, so let's see. That was that. All right, let's see.
Have I closed in on Scarlet yet? Because I was circling the building.
You were. Lodestone notices you electrical disturbance in front of you, and then all of a sudden the knives are just hanging there, and Jackal's gone. And then Bear over here on his little side quest. You are surrounding the building. What do you want to have done over the last round to try and find this dude?
Okay, so I'm gonna have me and one of the people and that other drone that I had outside originally scan the rooftop and one of the other ones. And I'm gonna send two of the ones that are unmanned up first. And just see if she's on the rooftop and if I can get a visual contact.
Okay. You start to close in on the rooftop, and all right, one of them gets shot and disappears. It ate up its SDC and whatnot.
Can I send my drone up and then do the? I have a blinding light attack.
Yeah.
Flashbanger. Can I do that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Blinding light. Blinding light.
Yeah, it's anyone in a. How big is the roof? Because it's a 20-foot diameter.
Yeah, that is 5, 10, 15, 20. Like if you put it here, that would hit this far.
Okay.
And that far.
Can I just send it like overhead to the center of the thing and just get as big a radius as I can?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if you hit this corner, you could hit like this far on either side with the blinding light. If you went like over the top, you'd kind of be shadowing most of it.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'll just do it from that one side then.
But if you create a shadow, I can teleport through it.
So you do your
I mean, I won't
blinding
be
light.
casting shadows when I like from any object on top of the rooftop. If you want to use that as an opportunity to get up there.
When you do that, you notice there is something is cloaked right here in this area, like right in front of you. Something
is
is
she
cloaked.
Is she like right in front of me?
Something. It's about a foot tall and about 7 feet long, right there.
Okay. Can I like put a force field over whatever I feel that is and electrify it?
Yeah. How many attacks do you have? You got 2?
I've got 3.
3. Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm just rolling a 20-sided.
Yeah.
Oh, it unlocked it. Jesus.
We have Jesus on the team now?
Y'all never call for backup. Y'all want to do everything yourselves.
I got a
trust in the Lord.
I got a 14. Would I use my hand-to-hand plus 10 or my? I have a plus 10 for hit and a plus 10 for hand-to-hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, this would be to hit with your force fields, but either way, it's still plus 10. So yeah, okay, yeah, you zap them. What did you get what was it with your bonus?
It was 10 plus, or it was 24.
24.
Yeah.
All right. You zap them. You hear yeah, and then the cloaking field disappears, and you see a guy with a sniper rifle and a long purple cape laying there.
Oh, so ground. Is it not her?
It is not her.
See,
okay.
These darn AI got biases. They just, you never know.
Bias of prior knowledge, I guess.
He is the most experienced when it comes down to this team of.
This dude is laying there unconscious in his holographic cape.
Okay.
With a sniper rifle.
Does this dude have a
he
name?
who I was detecting on this rooftop? Like, is there any other?
That's yeah. I mean, he had a heavy duty electrical presence with his cloaking device in his cape.
Okay.
Does this dude have a name at all?
Yeah, if somebody wants to scan him and figure out
can I scan and identify him?
Yeah, absolutely. This is Stalker from the Night Shift, the guys that like to hunt superheroes for pay.
Okay.
The guys that were hunting Marcus that time.
Can I leave my drone with him in that force field and then like go after that jet?
Yeah.
And that'll like be what I do for the next couple rounds.
Yeah. You can absolutely do that. All right.
Or is that somebody else?
Does he have lotion?
No, is that who just shot Lodestone? Because I thought it was an arrow.
It was not who shot Lodestone.
Okay, so she is still out there. My bad.
Who shot Lodestone? Who shot JR? It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Probably is the same in this universe.
Anyway, so while that's happening, Coyote is starting to run this way, and he's mad and screaming that y'all always take all his fun away. Hound is limping along behind him, and you hear you all hear like some kind of electric engines coming your way. It doesn't sound like a jet. It sounds unearthly, but something is coming and getting close. Let's see, Esteban, what do you want to do? You are up in the air with the greatest of ease.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything I can do, just so that I'm not always like, because like right now I've been kind of like flying for like a couple seconds, so I'm like, okay, control yourself. I'm usually up in the sky for this long. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can kind of bust through the head of this giant scarecrow and then kind of shoot my way down to where that coyote kid is.
All right, roll to hit. 20-sided.
20-sided. And we have Evelyn, 11.
11. All right. You go right through his head again. And it starts to waver like a ghost, like it almost disappeared, and then it comes back together again. And it's screaming and it's swatting its arms and all of this stuff and roaring like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and stomping closer. But, I mean, you just went right through it like it was nothing. And then you're aiming at the kid, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to hit.
All right. Hold on. All right, come on, accuracy. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Nat 1.
Crazy fumble.
Oh,
You're flying at him, and you run out of rocket fuel, and then you start to drop.
Oh, come on.
Roll a 20-sided to try and you have boots for this very reason. I gave you your power boots.
Yes, you did.
Those boots are made for walking.
On a successful landing.
Reduce fall damage by half on a successful landing. Okay, so roll a 20-sided to try and catch yourself.
All right, I rolled a 12.
All right, I'll let that go. So
let me
take half of 1 point of damage. Okay, so you managed to land okay, but you're pretty embarrassed and your fists are out of fuel. You have more, but your fists are out of fuel and you are now on the ground and right in front of the coyote dude who's looking very angry and disappointed. He reaches into his bag and throws something at you, and bunch of sparkles and stuff fly in the air, and then you start to grow a very thick, luscious coat of hair all over your body.
Oh, come on, no! I just got my hair styled here. I gotta kill you for this.
You have thick, black, and whitish fur growing all over your body.
You know, I wonder if staying as a villain would have been the more smarter option.
And he runs past you in this time. Him and Hound are hauling butt. The thing is getting closer. Lodestone, what are you going to do in the smoke?
Since I'm in the smoke, am I able to see fairly well? Like, how thick is the smoke?
You can make out shapes and stuff, but like you get like -5 to aim right now in the smoke.
Thanks, great. Okay. And Rocket Fist, he's already fallen. I can't help him, right?
And completely covered in fur, apparently.
Yeah, he's on the ground, shocked at his new furry appearance.
I didn't know it was Chewbacca's cousin over here. Come on!
I don't even know where I'm at.
You are over here.
No, I mean, like, I didn't know what to do from here.
You could walk out of the smoke so you could see. You could fly out of the smoke.
I mean, I would just start chasing the perps.
Or you could just stand there in the smoke and be like, well, damn.
Wait, okay. Can I use my magnetic abilities to fly up on top of the roof? Just to get away with everything?
I mean, yeah, you can start flying up that way. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah.
All right. So you are flying up out of the smoke. You get a good view of these dudes running away. Ace Blade, what are you going to do?
All right. I want to use my grappling hook. I want to get up there to check out the the guy who's the assassin up there.
Alrighty.
I want to get up there with the AI. I'm trying to get closer to my AI best friend. He seems safe.
You
All
originally
right.
hated this
Well,
dude.
I
Now
mean-
you want to get next to him?
I'm
He
on the
grew
way
on me.
down, aren't I? Because I'm going to meet wherever I'm assuming the guys are running to meet the ship. Because I'm chasing the ship, so I'll probably be somewhere to the left, like down that street.
So you came. Okay, you came down.
Yeah, he's on his way. He's on his way down, as y'all are on your way up. So y'all are about the same spot now.
Yeah.
All right. So, I got my grappling hook. I'm headed up. I want to
Which
get
I can make a little platform if you want to ride. I can take you over there with me.
nice. Yeah. I'm going with the AI guy. He seems to know what he's doing. I've
right.
I've learned to trust him at this point. So, I want to ask. I don't know. So I'm concerned about the scarecrows. I want to know where the holographs are coming from. Like, who's making the holographs?
I mean, off intuition, I'm assuming something to do with that. It's got to be that Coyote kid because he was the one yelling about the scarecrows being scary, and he seems like he's got something we don't know about him, and I don't really know what his power set is.
Yeah.
If I had to just guess based off of things I've run into, I would say these are just like psionic projections that he's using to get in y'all's heads and try and distract us. I'm personally not paying him too much mind.
If they are psionic projections, as an AI, you shouldn't be affected by these, right?
Which is
He
why
doesn't see him.
that's
He
why I
doesn't.
didn't see him, and
Yeah.
I was able to rule out that
Yeah.
they weren't like a hologram. They were
Occasionally he will see like psionic things, but you've got to be like really good at it or something. Like it crosses a line because his AI is like a literal scan of a human. Like he can get it sometimes, but not all the times. Like he can't hear Goliath's telepathy. Tony, what do you want to do?
Let's see. I want to definitely exit the smoke. Can I just move out of the smoke a little bit and aim at this kid with my shadow blast?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't like this kid. All right, let's see. 12 plus 6.
That hits.
All right, and then I'm gonna do.
Let's see. 12 plus 6 is that's 18. He tried to spin around and dodge it and just ended up catching it straight to the face.
And he's gonna take on. I powered it up twice, right? So let me see. Hold on. I can roll for you. He's gonna take 35 damage.
35 points of damage. That is okay. All right. That definitely like singed a lot of fur off of him. It burnt one of his ears pretty bad. One of his eyes is tore up pretty good. He is not happy and he screams, "You just don't play fair!" And he throws a handful of dust in your direction. And roll a 20-sided for me with your dodge bonus.
All right. 19 altogether.
19. Okay, you just barely get it up out of the way before a whole bunch of vines come out of the ground and roots and stuff to ensnare you, and then they tie in a great big ball and giant like 8-foot thorns shoot out of them. So that would have been very bad, but
I blocked it.
you got out of the way. You
I
dodged it.
I dodged it.
Okay. Let's see. Everybody's had a chance to go, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's their turn. All right. Let's see. coming down.
Yeah,
After,
fish.
after the
Yep.
turn, after the turn, we probably should call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to find where it is on my sheet. So no, there's bonus. Okay. All right. The kid disappears into a teleporter. Hound buzzes a couple of times, and then he's still there. And so the kid is gone, and something on the wall up over here disappears as well. And something was on the wall up there, and it got teleported away, and the scarecrow suddenly disappeared.
Mm.
And Lodestone, roll a 20-sided for me.
All right. 13.
13. Okay. You get up there to the top, and you see this 6 foot tall mutant fox, and she gives you a little nod, and then she disappears and teleports out.
Was she foxy?
Oh, for a dog woman, she's pretty foxy.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I like them furry and smelling of roadkill. Okay, so you managed to capture one guy up here unconscious. Hound is injured and still running around, but it's now like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 on 1. So I'm going to say y'all could catch him pretty easily because, again, he's about like a toddler. I mean,
Give him another bone, it'll be chill.
yeah, another bone he's injured, he's hurt, but he's not going to be that hard to get. You can lead him around with a laser pointer if you're good at it.
That's why I do with Ace Blade all the time. So I can do it.
Sergeant Terry is not terribly happy because the bad guys got away. We don't know what they were after. It's going to take a while to inspect everything to see what's missing from the bank, see if they got away with what they were after or not. And the only people that are captured, one of them's unconscious and one of them's incompetent and can't really answer questions. So he's not particularly happy, but there weren't any serious civilian injuries. There's a couple of people that are going to be going to the ER with some crush injuries from Hound falling on them from the explosion. But other than that, it could have been a whole lot worse. So what do you guys think of your first game? What do y'all think of it so far?
Love
That's fun, dude.
This was a lot
I
of
understand it a lot better. I understand it now, as they say.
It gets a little bit easier the more you play, the more you figure out the how things work. It's easier to like spend that time when it's not your turn planning what you're going to do, stuff like that. It can be fun to work with other people and be like, okay, well, if you're going to do this, then I can do that. Like Kevin was trying to do, like if I open a portal, then y'all can go in it. Like that was good teamwork. Any questions of anything of the game? I like to give everybody a chance to ask any questions or get what answers you can get, whatnot at the end.
I don't know if I have any questions because you guys explained everything so well, but I feel like we didn't get a chance to really dive into it enough to have questions yet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it had to be kind of a short adventure to try and get it in 2 hours. And so, I figured like a bank heist was a good introductory, give you guys a chance to feel it out, use your powers, fight some people that can give you a run for your money and fight back, and not just get beat too easily in 30 minutes and then, then we spend the other hour and a half processing them and doing fingerprints.
Yeah.
I will say once you get to that point, though, it also does get super fun. Like I personally remember, like having summer breaks and having like week long or like weekend campaigns of just posting up in the living room like every day, showing up and just grinding through like we had this one like multiversal like Contest of Champions campaign that lasted.
Oh, that was good.
And
that was juicy.
It was really fun and it was brutal and it a lot of big like character decisions and moments and really cool set pieces and stuff. But it's a pretty fun world. And again, I think the ease of access of just being able to like step into it and have such a stripped back, like strict approach to it, and it's more of just like logic.
It doesn't take a
based,
whole
like,
lot of
menu.
study or research, or
Right.
you don't have to read a whole bunch of books to know how this spell works for this character to, and I can only use it, when the moon's full or blah blah blah. It's nice and easy, and basically anything you want to try, you can try, and we'll give it a shot. Like his brother, like really wanted that speedster Spider-Man and used his ice character to get it, and tried to use his powers in weird ways, and he rolled and it worked. Personally, I had a lot of fun. This was a fun adventure. It's fun seeing the way different people's minds work at it, because like I've been playing with the same group of kids for a while now, and they really like to tear stuff up, and seeing people take a little more methodical approach and stuff was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you for everybody that watched. I hope it was enjoyable. For everybody else that's thinking about playing the game with me down the road, I hope this was helpful. And let's see. Let's go around the room and say where everybody can get a hold of you. Where can they find you on the interwebs, Bear?
I am at bear_lee_art on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much all my socials. And yeah, I post a lot. I'm mostly active on TikTok these days, but I do post a little bit of everything everywhere. And if you want to see some cool drawing stuff, come check me out.
He's a talented kid. Not just saying it because I know him. Tony, where can they find you?
Tony Clapper everywhere. Clapper with a K. Clapper. Been real.
Esteban?
Been real fun.
You can find me on TikTok at 1ultra_comic. And on top of that, for my YouTube, you guys can find me at Esteban Carrero, ESTEBANCA, 2 R's, ERO. That is my YouTube account. Again, I know, sorry.
It took me several times to type that in correctly.
That's okay. That's how it be, though. But yeah, so you can find me on primarily TikTok and my YouTube. So again, TikTok is going to be at 1ultra_comic. And my YouTube is, of course, Esteban Carrero, ESTEBANCA, 2 R's, ERO. That's where you're going to find me.
Kyron?
No, see, this is now 4TALES podcast time.
It is.
So
go ahead, wrap it
Fish,
up the way
where can people check you out?
You can find me at Mr. Fish Comics everywhere on all the interwebs. I'm pretty active on TikTok and YouTube. And GoMrFish.com will take you to my most recent project, whatever that is. It will be Alice Lost in Wonderland coming up soon.
All right. And now it's time for everybody's favorite part of 4TALES podcast, where we're going to do quick takes. No, we're not. Okay. All right, fine. But I was ready.
But this has been already a 2 hour session.
I was ready, man.
Yeah, how long it is, but I don't know if people have time.
No, all right, fine. Danny, where can people check you out?
You know where to find me. Website is fourthwallpros.com. It's at the Ace Blade on all social media platforms. Kyron, where can people find you?
You can find me at all social media platforms at Taurus Comics. I am also at tauruscomics.com. And this is the first time you ever checked out the 4TALES podcast. You can go to our website, 4talespodcast.com, where you can listen to all our previous episodes, maybe support us financially by buying some merchandise, things like that. And if you maybe want to get a discount on your Gemini mailers, you can go to Gemini.com, use the code word AceBlade, get 10% off your next purchase. I know this is a weird time for us on our podcast, but join us back here next week at our regular time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to have NM Portfield here to talk about his upcoming books. But until next time, everybody, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Stay ultra.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.